Hey, yeah. So, life updates in this particular video is all about kind of what's been going on with me and where my future and my family's future is going. So first of all, I love massage, I love Maintain Yourself, but that is going to be going away for now. At the end of the year, I am looking to transition out of massage and into remote work. And I actually have a couple of really cool opportunities that have popped up for me in that regard. So excited for that, but sad that my massage business is going to be basically shutting down. It's been kind of a rough call on that one, but overall, been doing massage for 12 years now, and the last 4 have been with my own business and with employees, and it just was one of those things where, despite constantly working and trying to make it through, it just wasn't in the cards for me. And I accept that and had to make a lot of hard decisions, and I'm very glad that I don't have to make any of those hard decisions anymore, that they are done. So yeah, that chapter's closing, but that was always going to be closing since we made the decision as a family to move to Greece. So if you're new here, my family and I are going to be moving to probably Athens, Greece. At some point I would like to get out to the Peloponnese, but definitely need to learn Greek as a stronger language than what I have it at right now. So moving on to other things. In preparation for this move and for changing careers, I have been updating the crap out of my Indeed and my LinkedIn and all of these places where you go and try to sell yourself to hopefully attract a job. It's definitely been a realization that since I have been my own boss for 4 years, I really don't want to work for anybody else. I want to work with somebody. So the next few opportunities that I have just recently received definitely seem to be aligning with that type of feeling that I have for myself. That type of goal, basically. In the meantime, I have started 2 more endeavors because, as you know, I can't fucking sit still to save the life of me. And the first one is all to do with the comic industry. As you may know, my husband is a comic artist and an illustrator, and I help him out by going to conventions with him and helping him sell all of his amazing work. In that case, there was a really cool newsletter a few years ago before COVID that was called Paper Cat Press, and I absolutely loved it. You had so many different opportunities in that newsletter. You had open comic conventions, you had submissions to anthologies that have just opened, grant opportunities, workshops, you name it, it was on Paper Cat Press. Now sadly, the person that ran that closed it down. And it is because it was a lot of work to keep up with. A lot of work, as I am finding out myself. So with their permission, I actually spoke to them and basically took their idea and just decided to take just 2 parts of that and start my own newsletter, looking up comic conventions with open applications and with comic anthologies that have submissions that are open for their anthology projects. That is called Tea Goblin Cafe, and the newsletter goes out every Monday. And today, holy crap, today I added 21 new open convention apps to the newsletter. It was a lot, but it is a free resource. I do have it up on Patreon, and I'll put the link in the description. So that I'm doing, and then I'm also looking into adding artist residencies into that little spreadsheet that I've put together. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that, so that's still a work in progress at the moment. Secondly, I used to write short stories and submit them to anthologies myself, so it has been a little bit since I've been writing. And so I decided to launch my own writing Patreon. There is a novel that I have... There's a novel that's been in my head for the last 4 or 5 years, and I've been wanting to get it down onto paper. And a few months ago, I sat down and did an outline for it, and then I completely rewrote the ending. But it has an ending, which has always been my problem when I'm writing books in general. I never knew how to stop making the story, so it was pretty hard to figure out how it ends. That is the beauty of working in comics. With all of the comic submissions and anthologies I've been a part of, that has taught me exactly how to get what I am trying to say across in short form. And so with this is going to be my first novel. Everything else I've done has been super short stories. So this is the first novel, and I'm very excited to share that I've already written the first chapter, and I've got that up on my Patreon. I will also link that one. It is separate from the Tea Goblin Cafe. So those are the couple of endeavors that I'm doing on my own right now. Super excited. As far as the other, like, paying gigs, it is actually going to help me move into becoming a remote worker while in Greece. And I'm probably going to launch a whole different series, like, associated with that too, on all the steps we're going through to try to get the digital nomad visa out there. But that's a whole different thing. But one of the remote gigs that I got is that I am now the Iron Circus Comics customer service response person. So I just started that in June. Very excited. I'm starting to get the hang of most of the things. There's still curveballs that are thrown, but so far I'm really thankful and really enjoying the work. And then there's another opportunity that as soon as I get onboarding and a contract signed kind of thing, I'll tell you more about that, which is really exciting and pretty much all in my wheelhouse, as well as touching on some topics that I've always kind of been interested in. So I'm thinking that's going to be the one that's really going to help us move out to Greece. So fingers crossed that everything works out, and that it's what's going to be needed to make this big change. Yeah, that's about all I've got right now. I'm going to try to update this more often, but life kind of gets away from me at times. But anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day, and don't forget to look up some good news once in a while, okay? All right.